and
I see it.
Mute, just push that in to mute if you have to cough or something. It's recording. Okay. Hey everybody, welcome to Tuesday's edition, Ladies Night edition on ftns.co radio, also known as The Body Shop. I am your host, Michele. Welcome, and with me, finally, I've missed you.
Oh, come on. It was only 2 weeks.
Oh, come on, that's a long time.
You'll be fine. I'm Fleur Kine. Hey everyone, how are you? Thank you for tuning in. And in the studio, we have
Special guest.
a very special guest.
Who came all the way from New York City.
Yay! And has a really dope accent. We have the beautiful Klarich. Am I pronouncing that right?
You are.
Okay, wonderful.
Oh, is it Klarich? Or
Klarich?
Klarich?
No, it's Klarich.
It is Klarich.
Yeah.
Man, I'm
Have you
always
been
wrong.
screwed
I'm always wrong with the pronunciations of everyone's name. Sorry about that. But anyways, welcome to our radio
Thank
show.
you. I'm very excited to be here.
Came all the way from New York.
Yay!
Yay.
Did you have a good trip in?
I did. It was quicker than expected. We got up here. We had no traffic, so I can't complain. It was a good ride up.
Wonderful.
Yay!
Boy, and the Facebook page is blowing up. My goodness. Hi, everybody out there. If you have any questions for Kelly, comments, anything, just make sure you post on the Facebook page on one of our posts on
Yep.
Kelly's page, which is Kelly. You want to give a shout out where you are?
Yeah, it's facebook.com. I guess it's / Kelly Klarich. That's KELLY KLARICH. You can find me there. So feel free to post any questions you have, and I'll happily answer them.
And you can also leave questions on the Body Shop page, or Michele's page, or my page. Anywhere that you might have seen the link, if you have a question for her, we'll find it. We're popping around different Facebook pages. So
Yeah, that sounds good.
all right, so
Well, it's good to have you back. I mean,
Oh.
last week I had a special, we had a really great guest. We had Coach A, also
Mm-hmm.
known as John Atherton. He came in, actually didn't, he called into the studio. And if you remember, my co-host last week was Andre Bricks St.
Hi,
Clair,
Andre.
who was
I miss
looking
you.
amazing, by the way.
He's dropping.
He dropped a lot. He
Good.
looks great. He was
Good,
talking
good.
about competing.
I was listening to that. I was surprised to
Yeah.
hear he's possibly going to get back on stage.
Yeah, he's been talking about it for a while.
Yeah, like September or something. He's looking for, you know.
I hope so. Andre always looks good, so you know.
But speaking of Coach A, I just wanted to make a quick note that I talked to him today, and he's only got like 2 or 3 spots left. He's coming to the Fitness Atlantic, which is April 14th. He's coming that week to shoot.
Yes.
And he shoots with Natural Muscle magazine.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you go to his website, which is www.jwatherton images.com. So jwathertonimages.com, and book your shoot with him ASAP, because he's going to, what's the word, sell out?
Yeah, he'll book out.
Book
and,
out,
Yeah,
okay.
he does a really good job, and I've heard lots of good feedback, so I'm looking forward to my shoot with him. Should be
Oh,
fun.
you looked great.
Yes, 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 yes. And again, just want to put it out there, the Fitness Atlantic is coming up, and Kelly, will you be
You going to be there?
I will be.
Awesome.
I'm actually excited. It was the first WBFF show I went to watch last year, so I saw you.
Aw.
I saw you competing in then. So yeah, I'm excited to go back and support everybody and support the WBFF. So
It's such a good show. It's so much fun.
yeah, I
Like,
think
I'm so
Ryan did a
excited.
great job last year, and I think it's only going to get bigger and better. So I'm excited for it.
Good, good. Oh, yay! I'm happy you're going to be there.
I know.
It's going to be like a big reunion. I'm so excited.
Well, how did you get started? So you're a pro now,
I am.
which we saw you go pro. Actually, we kind of
Yes.
we were judging that show that you went.
I
pro.
know. I didn't know at the time you were
Wasn't that
judging.
funny? You
but,
messaged me on Facebook and you're like, you were there. I'm like, yes, I was judging you.
I'm like, can I have some feedback?
I'm like, you got your pro card. What else do you want to know?
No, that was a pretty special show for me. So, well, how did I get started? It was actually my fiance who came home one night and said, I found about this boot camp, and I think it'd be great for you. It's a 2-day workshop. It actually happened to be Kathy Savage. I know you're a sponsored athlete with her. He drove me up there and sort of dumped me at this camp for 2 days. I was kind of petrified going into it, not knowing what it was. And before I went, I was getting all sorts of emails about bringing my bikini and bringing my clear heels, and I thought, you've got to be kidding.
So did you have clear heels at this point?
No, I didn't know anything about competing, and he thought it was more of a boot camp. It wasn't necessarily a competition prep camp. So I went into it not knowing anything. Of course, I was freaked out hearing about the fact that I had to bring bikinis and I had to bring clear heels, and we were going to be walking and
not
posing.
Just any heels, not just any, but they're like pleaser heels. Have you seen the boxes to these? And I always wonder about these mailmen then when they see these shipments coming to the house.
I went there, and that was kind of my introduction to it all, and I guess I learned the basics there. I got introduced to a great group of women, and I came out of it not really thinking that I was going to compete. I wasn't thinking it was for me. I really wasn't sold on it, but I did go and see a show probably about 4 months later, and a lot of the women that I had met had really transformed themselves over that 4 months, and I saw them sort of step on stage, and it was at that point I thought, okay, well, if they can do it, maybe I can as well. So I set myself a goal, and I think that was my first show I saw in April, and it was October that same year that I decided I was going to step on stage.
And which year was that?
That was 2010.
Okay, so 2010 you step on stage for the first time.
Mm-hmm. So that was in October, and I placed second in bikini tall. So
in your first show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I was thrilled. I certainly wasn't expecting it, but I was over the moon, and I think from there it just gave me a little bit of fire in my belly, and that was a regional show, and I was sort of encouraged to go in and do the national show, which was out in Vegas. I was about 3 weeks later. I was a little bit hesitant, but I did decide, and I went out there, and it was an amazing experience. It was probably one of the best things I ever did. So I went out there. I did. I think I placed sixth in bikini, and I think ninth in model, if I remember correctly. So
which is, that's a huge show.
So that was amazing. Exciting. So that was my first year, and then I sort of, I went and I took a few months off, and then came back last year and decided to. I think I did 3 shows last year, and obviously the third was the WBFF, which was my goal throughout the year. I really decided that after I had seen Brian's show in April, I decided that was it, and that's what I wanted to do, and I wanted to train and really put all my energy and focus into to doing one of their shows. So.
Well, we would have
totally worked out.
Yeah, seriously. Well, we would have seen you in the Boston show where Fleur and I got our pro cards.
Yeah.
You would come out to Boston, and that'd have been fun, huh?
Yep. That would have been fun.
Yeah, a couple of your other teammates went pro. Jen Jewell.
Yes.
Hey, Jen.
She's amazing. She's a big inspiration. That's sort of how I got started. So everything came together. My plan worked, and now here we are. So now I'm prepping for the Worlds. So
awesome.
Long road ahead of me.
Which we're going to get into later. But you've got some. You have an interesting way that you're prepping for Worlds. A very inclusive way.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll talk about that later. We'll keep the audiences into.
And
talk?
And myself.
In suspense. I can't even talk. I'm so excited.
Well, I noticed you are a sponsored athlete. You're with Oya, right? Mm-hmm. How did that come about?
I'm actually an ambassador with them, and again at that show, the national show that I just talked about in Vegas, I went out there, and they had a booth there, and they really just got in touch. They saw me compete, and saw me around that show over that weekend. Got in touch with me and asked if I would be interested in doing some demos, and at places like GNC and Body & Shop. So I got to know a little bit about their products and started doing demos, and then that turned into opportunities. Obviously I became an ambassador, and then got into doing things like the Olympia and the Arnold, which are those big expos that of course we all want to go to, and we all want an opportunity to be exposed at. So I was very fortunate in that sense, and they've been very, very good, very supportive, and I think it's a great brand, and they've got great products.
Look at her, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
I know. Well, I'm sure that I'm curious to know, and I'm sure many out there who are listening are curious to know. You grew up in Australia.
I did.
So how do you go from Australia to New York City? How does that happen?
I have been in New York City for about 8 years now. So when I was back in Perth, I grew up in Perth, Western Australia, which from New York is literally the other side of the world. So it's a good 30 hours for me to get home, but well worth it by the time I've got over there, I will say. I worked in advertising as an account director. I had a very dear friend of mine who I worked with. She had moved to New York, and we'd stayed in touch throughout the years, and there was never any talk of, I want to get you over here, or we've got opportunities. But over the years, we just sort of stayed in touch, and then one day she did call me and said, we've got something going over here. If you're interested, we'll fly you over and we'll sponsor you. So...
That's awesome. So you came by yourself?
I did. I knew one
huh?
person. She's still a very dear friend of mine, and very, very supportive. And I packed up my house. I got rid of my boyfriend at the time, and I moved over. I was over here in about
whoa. That's ladies' move. It is ladies' night.
I mean, if you're going to do anything like that, New York City is definitely the place to go, because you can make friends in an instant there. Like I love New York City.
For me, it was the best thing I ever did. I've not looked back, and I've had so many opportunities, and it really was one of the best things I ever did.
So why drop the boyfriend? Okay.
Dead weight.
Yeah, I know. I'm just wondering. I'm poking.
Oh, it was probably something that should have ended many years before, but it became an easy out at that point. So.
So he didn't. Yeah. So. Perfect opportunity.
Absolutely.
Too funny. Yeah. So you come all the way over here, and what was the one thing that you missed the most about Australia that you can't get here? Like any product, any food item that you can't
I
get?
love our candy. We call it chocolate. You guys call it candy, but we had Cadbury's chocolate.
Yes.
So things. Yes.
My mom is British. I know.
Oh, okay. So you know exactly where
exactly what you're talking about.
So Tim Tams, and we have Bounties.
Yes. Well, I don't like the coconut, but my friends love the Bouncy bars. So I have to bring it back. It's a coconut. It's like they used to have Bouncy bars in the States, but then they kind of phased them out in the early 90s.
They have something very similar. The name escapes me right now as to what it is, but
it's like a Mounds bar.
It's definitely not as good.
Yeah. Like the chocolate's just better over there, because it's like a difference between like having pasteurized milk in the product and not having pasteurized milk. It's different. It's just better. The chocolate's just better.
Oh, it's good. Like for me, I can't eat Hershey's. It's just I don't like the taste at all. But I feel like I've been very spoiled. We have very nice chocolate.
Yeah, because it's like a plastic. Over these like oil. It's not. Over there, it's rich. It melts differently in your mouth. It's just.
I'm a chocolate snob though. I like dark chocolate.
The dark chocolate's amazing over there.
That's good.
Yeah.
There's a place in Kent, Connecticut called Belgique. It's the most amazing, it's the most amazing chocolate. It's like $60 a pound. It's the most amazing chocolate ever. I'm definitely a chocolate snob. So.
Well, I think I need to share.
So you'll have to share some.
I will. I will. I've got to
totally
supply my family send me over care packages every now and then. Everything's clearly marked that I'm not supposed to eat it. They send it over for Jorge. So
I will definitely take you up on that, and I will stalk you the minute I know you have the chocolate. It is that bad. Yeah.
It's so good.
So I miss the food. Obviously I miss my family and my friends.
That's got to be the hardest.
And I grew up on the beach. I think we have some of the most beautiful beaches in the world. So that was a difficult transition for me. My parents still laugh when I tell them, I have to catch a train, or we have to hire a car and go to the beach, and you have to pay to go on the beach, and it's not even really nice white sand, and it's cold water, and they can't.
So your parents haven't come to visit you at all?
They have, but we certainly don't go to the beach, and they've been over 2 times actually since I've been here.
How often do you see them?
I used to go home every year, but I haven't been home in 3 years. That said, I went and saw them. They met us in Greece a couple of years ago, and they were here last summer as well. So, it's been great to see them. But I still miss, I have one younger brother, so I miss him, and I miss, of course, the rest of my family and friends. So.
Are any of them going to come to see you and make your pro debut this year?
I have one dear friend of mine, Jana, who I'm not sure if she's listening. Maybe she will be. Who is talking about possibly coming over. So she's trying to plan things around that so she can come over and experience it. So.
Wow, that's exciting.
It is.
And she's a sweetheart. She's been over a few times to see me. Actually, maybe 3 times since I've been living over here.
Wonderful, huh?
Have you had a chance to get to Toronto yet? Or Mississauga, where?
I actually went to the Worlds last year.
Oh, okay, great,
Yes,
great.
so that was part of my preparation and just making sure I knew what I was getting myself in for. But so I went and watched the Worlds last year, and we actually have an apartment up there because Jorge works part-time up there. So
Oh, wow.
so
Awesome.
I've been up there a couple of times. So not as much as I'd like. I'd like to get up there in spring actually. So
It's nice up there. I like
beautiful.
it.
I like how clean, I like how they separate the recycled stuff, like everywhere. They're very
Canadians
conscious
are just
about that.
nice. I like that.
Yeah,
up there.
I like being. I like the culture too. So I liked how they had like this backline of restaurants and just everything was just nice. And I really appreciate the fact that the host hotel was so incredibly welcoming and accommodating to the competitors. Like sometimes you go to check in for a show and the staff isn't very nice to you, or they're looking at you outside of their eye. But at this hotel, they're like, "Hi, welcome." They gave us a package of baby wipes
I know.
for everything.
They
They
give
said if
you-
you need anything, it was almost like concierge service. And on top of that, it was unbelievably affordable. Like the room was like $90 a night.
That's it. I actually just booked last week. I just booked,
Mhm.
I think 3 or 4 nights.
Yep.
There. So, and I think I got it for maybe $99
Yeah.
a night. So.
The only thing I will suggest is to bring a fridge.
Oh no! Well, you got it, or get there first.
We tried that, but it didn't work so
Well, we got there are people who got there on Wednesday.
Right.
We didn't get there till like
Right.
Thursday.
Exactly, so that's just not going to happen.
That's
So
okay.
I
You
will-
can
I will
use
get
my
to
fridge.
it.
tonight then.
I'm getting there Tuesday.
I'm getting there Tuesday. Sure. Well,
I
then
know.
you
I
can
already
message
booked
me.
out Tuesday, so you
Okay.
can use my fridge.
I will.
Oh, and if I
Or
run
we can
out,
just
I'm
go to
coming
that
your
giant
room.
Walmart. Yes. Or we can go to that giant Walmart and just buy a fridge and leave it there, like Carlene did with her
With
fan.
her fan?
Yes.
Oh my God, it was so funny backstage. Carlene Steenkamp, I love you. If you are listening, you are my hero. She bought a fan because she just gets really hot.
And
literally, she had the fan blowing on her the whole time. It's backstage, and I hate wind, so I'm dodging the fan.
Well,
the whole
she
time.
stayed in the little side back bathroom area with the sinks.
It was the funniest thing. And Fleur, you did a really great video clip of her, and in the video is her with the fan blowing on her, so it's like, you know, a shoot. It's like a... Anyways, hysterical.
I love
Carlene, we love you.
All right. So,
Anyways.
let's leave a little teaser.
I know. We've got some more stuff to talk about with Kelly Klarich.
We do.
Did I say that right?
You did. You
Yep.
did.
Okay, good.
When we come back,
When we come back.
thank you for listening. That was the most awkward transition into commercial ever. Don't know.
I'm that way with air moving too. The first thing I do in the plane is adjust the air nozzle. And I hate that moment where they have to do some kind of a check, like where they rip.
You, I'm sort of saying indulging, but
Once a week.
yeah.
Microphone up.
Go ahead, Fleur.
Hey everyone. Hey everyone. Sorry about that. Welcome back to the Body Shop, the Ladies' Night edition, as deemed by the beautiful Michele. Welcome, sitting right here to my right.
Ooh, well, thank you for that introduction.
And I am Fleur Kine. Doesn't really matter who I am because sitting to your right is...
Is, who? No.
Oh,
just
Jesus.
kidding. No,
I like that forgettable.
no, definitely not forgettable. And all you listeners out there, if you, I don't know how you don't know who Kelly Klarich is, but if you don't, make sure you go to her Facebook page. She's got some really amazing pictures, so you can Facebook stalk her.
She's got a couple of different
I
links.
love
Like,
stalkers.
Yeah, there's this one on the motorcycle, which, okay, I just got to say one thing. Usually when a commercial, the point of a commercial is to advertise whatever product it is, right?
Mhm.
So Kelly comes along and she's on a motorcycle, which if you look at the picture, you forget that there's even a motorcycle there. So it'd be a terrible marketing job for
Don't
him.
try driving it the way I'm riding it.
I'd love to see that happen, though.
Well, I just wanted to know a couple of things. Like, when you started out, you said you were with Kathy Savage, and now you're working with TBA.
Yes, I am.
Total Body Advantage. Tell us about that, about the transition and how it's going and all that stuff.
Yeah, I had seen a lot of the girls, I guess, that Doug was training. I know he was very much focused on the WBFF. And I guess once I had my pro card and I knew the goal and the package that I wanted to bring to the Worlds this year, I really just wanted someone who was going to be a little bit more hands-on and a little bit more focused on, and be able to hone in on the things that I wanted to, the things that I wanted to develop over the years. So you know, I'm working with him now. You know, we have a great relationship. We're checking in. You know, literally every day. We're making tweaks. You know, he's doing all my training and my nutrition. I was just over there a couple of weeks ago, actually working with. I got to meet all of the teammates, those that are based in Sacramento, which was great. So big shout out to a lot of them.
So you got to meet Nita?
No.
Oh, okay.
So big shout out to all of them, because I think that, you know, there's a few of them listening. But that was great. So I got to actually work with Doug one-on-one, which was great. And he's actually coming over in the next couple of days. So sort of Thursday and Friday we'll be training with him as well.
Nice.
So has your actual style of training changed with your new trainer?
My workout's a lot more intense, I'm finding. So, you know, he's definitely, you know, keeping me on my toes and making me much more accountable with what I'm doing. My workouts are much longer than what they were. So, but it's great. I mean, it's what I wanted, and I wanted someone who was really going to just be on my case and be pushing me and making sure that, you know, I was doing what I needed to do in order to get to my goal. So,
cool. I just want to say hi, Doug. He's always very funny. He's always popping around joking at the show, so I just want to say hi to him.
Give him a shout out. So I think that him and listening, and also to Karen, you know, she is, you know, she's the backbone behind the whole of the TBA team. So a big shout out to Karen Dancer as well. So
very nice. So what is like your goal? Are you going for more muscle, or are you going for like a sleeker image? Like, what
I want to build out. I guess I want to build out my legs, and I want, you know, my upper body, my shoulders as well. So just trying to fill out a little bit more. So.
Do you have your dress picked out, your suit picked
out? Like girl stuff?
I just want to know. I just want
No, and I'm kind of excited to start that. I haven't really, I honestly haven't given it much thought just yet, but I'm actually excited about, you know, going to find
You haven't given it much thought?
No.
Oh my goodness, I have my suit ordered in January.
No, I can't. I just, you know, I wanted to sort of get started, get focused on my, you know, on my training, and, you know, I've still probably got another 5 months.
It's gone by so
it has gone quickly.
I
started this, I was like 9 months. That's easy.
We've made it over the hill. Now it's torpedo into the show. I mean, by the time it's about 8 weeks out, I mean, it goes like a whirlwind.
Yeah.
So now till then is really the fun part.
Well, it slows down all of a sudden at like 4 weeks for whatever reason, and I'm like, I just want to get there, and then it just takes by. But anyways.
But no, dress and bikini are next, so I'm excited to start that. So, you know. You know, there's a couple of places. Actually, a good friend of mine, Deb Davis, who she's got a couple of places up here in Connecticut. So I'm actually going to go with her and check those out as well. So.
Go dress shopping.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's like shopping for a big day.
Well, you have. This is what I was going to get into about your road to the World Championships is kind of a unique one. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I've been fortunate enough to have developed a very good relationship with Physique magazine, who are based out in Dubai. And they actually did a 6-page feature in February and featured me as their model profile for the month. And from there we sort of got talking, and they wanted to really cover my road to the WBFF World Championships. So they have agreed to do a feature for the next 3 months, and it's going to cover my sample training for a month, along with you know, some insight into my nutrition as well. So that's something that I'm going to be working. I actually just shot the first one with Noel DeGanta a couple of weeks ago, so that's going to come out. The first one's going to come out in May. So they're also obviously interviewing Doug as my coach, and obviously a big part of you know, getting me where I need to be. So I'm excited about that. So the first one comes out in May, but the next one I'm already getting ready to shoot. I'm flying out to LA to again shoot with Noel in, goodness, when is that? The end of, the 23rd of April. So going out there to meet with him again. And
do you get to go to Dubai?
No.
No,
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Are they going to video? Is Noel going to video the shoot as well?
We didn't do it for the first one, but I kind of regret not doing that. So I think that's something that I'd like to look at doing, and get really that cool. and be able to get it up online and really get people, you know, really give them an idea, because it's one thing, you know, I think to see things in a photograph, but I think to be able to capture everything on a video would be, you know,
plus it's a fun memory.
Yeah,
definitely fun memory.
So yes, I'm
so
excited
exciting.
about that. So yeah, I've got features in May, July, and then August, just before the Worlds.
Isn't that
That's
cool
awesome?
thing?
That's really neat.
So they've been big
to you.
Thank you. They've been big supporters. So you know, I love my friends out in Dubai. So
You need to get out there.
You like them even more if they bring us too.
Well, yeah. Yes, we'll
they
cover
buy
you
ladies'
on
night out
video.
in
Yes.
Dubai?
Imagine that. Oh my god.
Absolutely, we'll cover you for video. I love Dubai. I just want to go out to that island that they built in the middle of the ocean.
Is that the Palm Island?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just seems like it would be like weird.
Amazing. I want to go the Black Sea. I just want to go swim in it.
It's supposed to be good for your skin.
Yep.
I could have just made that up.
Yep. No, it is. It's the. It's
I
the
do that.
What's
salt.
wrong with it?
I just
No,
spit
I
out
buy
really
the
fast.
the scrub exfoliant, and it has the
The salt.
Dead sea salt in it. Yeah, it's supposed to be really good for your skin.
I eat sea
It's
salt.
good leading up to a show, I guess.
Mhm.
Exfoliating.
My favorite
Nastiness.
exfoliant is baking soda. It's my favorite. Go down. It's like cheap, 30 cents a box. It's the best exfoliant that I use.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more
Oh,
of
I
a
use-
princess. I get mine at Whole Foods.
Oh, I don't. I use like a coconut oil and just a raw sugar or something like that.
It's okay.
Yeah, everybody's got
I'm
something
owning it.
different.
I'm a princess. I'll own it. Organic and Whole Foods and got lavender in it. It's got to smell good.
Good. So when the zombie apocalypse hits, I'm going to eat you first.
I don't know. You may want Kelly. She has coconut oil in hers.
I don't like coconut, so she's safe.
Oh no!
Oh, I love coconut.
So I'll give you all the coconuts. I used to live on Guam and had like 8 coconut trees in my backyard. So
Just so
after
you-
like the second year, you're all set with coconuts. They're
And she's
dangerous.
not. And she's not kidding. Like if there was an apocalypse, I mean, Fleur eats all kinds of weird things. So if there was an apocalypse, I totally can see like that movie Alive.
I actually have.
You would survive.
Well, you know what? People make fun of me, but I believe that everybody should have, even as a joke, their own zombie tactical squad in case of an emergency. You need to have people that you can turn to that can do certain things to get you out. I have one. All right.
So if there's an apocalypse, we're gonna find Fleur.
We're good.
It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna be up in a tree wearing paint.
God.
You know what? That
All
would
right.
be a great photo shoot.
Up in a
We
tree
should-
wearing paint?
Yes, let's do
Fighting
it.
zombies?
Yes.
Like camo.
Well,
Probably anyways,
probably.
I can't give it away because then everybody's gonna have my zombie tactical squad and I plan on taking over.
well, if there's any
so.
photographers listening that want to do a photo shoot with with the three of us,
Hanging out of a tree.
I think it's a great idea. Can I just say one thing? Debbie Davis out there has asked. She has a special request. So so just so you know, when we take the commercial break, I'm gonna have to do an intro, and you'll know what I'm talking about then. But Debbie, I got you. Just had to say that one thing. Do you see it?
No.
And anybody out there that's listening, just go to the Facebook page.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Interact with us. But
All right,
anyways, back
we're
to
doing
Kelly, because this is about Kelly, not about zombies and
Yeah. But you never know. She could have one. I don't know.
what, a zombie tactical.
Yes, the zombie tactical squad.
No.
Oh,
Last time I
alright.
checked.
No. How about Jorge? How did you meet Jorge? He sounds amazing.
He's fabulous. He's great. He's a big supporter, and he's been very encouraging throughout this whole process. There's been a few times where he said, "What on earth did I get you into?" But no, he's.
Does he train?
No, he doesn't. No.
Is Jorge- is he listening?
I don't know if he's listening. He might be working out there. He is close by. But no, he doesn't really train, and despite my numerous attempts to drag him to the gym, I failed miserably. So.
Well,
That's okay.
do you kind of like that though? Does it kind of keep you grounded? Like, because I know sometimes the fitness lifestyle can get kind of very overwhelming and myopic. So is it nice to have somebody you can turn to that's outside
It does.
of it?
I really have to, I think I wrote something recently about, just trying to balance everything. And it's not always easy, particularly with someone who, like we live in a city like New York, who, you want to go out, there's so many restaurants and bars and there's something going on all the time. So trying to balance that lifestyle, of, my lifestyle of eating healthy and trying to, compete. And then, someone who, doesn't share that. But, he's, like I said, he's very supportive, so, he understands what I'm saying. I've got to eat.
Well, I'm sure
Go
he
and
has
eat
I'm sure
again.
he has a passion that there's something that he's passionate about, that he
Yeah.
talks about and obsesses about. Right?
It's just not the gym.
And that's okay. I mean, there's a balance to that. I can definitely relate to that in my own relationship.
Yeah.
My husband does not at all enjoy going to the gym, but he does go. Occasionally he does, and he's getting into it more and more, which is good. But yeah, I can totally relate to that.
Yeah.
It's not his passion. and that's okay.
Yeah, but he, you know, he's very encouraging as far as knowing that I need to do what I need to do, and you know, like I said, very supportive. So.
And that's the biggest thing right there. Just having that support, not somebody that'll try to sabotage you or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
No, and
so
he's
it's
been
good.
to all of my shows. He's even been to shows where I've not competed, and he's just come and, you know, seen friends, and just, you know, he's definitely a fixture around all of the shows.
You
Which
got
I
a
gotta
good
give-
egg.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, major props for the fact that he goes to the show and he sits through the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because-
really, especially when you're
And
not
it's all-
passionate. My husband does that, and I thank him because it's so long and boring. I mean, really.
Particularly, I mean, you walk on stage, you're on stage for 30 seconds, and
I know.
then that's it. And then
Like
you've gotta
5
sit-
seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get the. Did you
And
get
then
the
you gotta
text from
watch-
your first show where they go, "When are you coming back out again?" And you're like, "That's it."
That's it. I know, and they're like all that time and prep and energy that you put into that. And how much was that suit?
Oh, I wear my. Oh, I'm never
I
taking
know.
that thing up. Sorry.
Fleur does not take her suit off.
I love that thing. I'm gonna get buried in it. If I ever get married, it's getting converted into some sort of wedding dress. I'll just put a bustle on the back of it.
It's true, though. It's true. You know, the 5 seconds that you're on stage and the cost of the suit. I mean, you've just
And the
gotta-
cost of
Oh.
the show and the prep
Mhm.
and getting there.
And the, you know, the tan and the hair and the nails and the, you know, I mean, it goes on and on and on.
Isn't
Yeah.
it fun though? I mean,
Oh,
isn't
I
it
love
great?
it.
Think about it. I mean, we live these lives of just you go to work and you train and whatever, and then it's one day where you can totally dress and drag. I mean, that's what I call it. I call it I'm transforming into my drag self. That's what I call it. I mean, it is. It's so much fun, from the hair to the.
Oh, I love being able to go and
Everything.
sit in hair and makeup, and for me at that point, that, you know, I've done all the hard work, and now it's time just to you know, kind of enjoy it. So I'd be able to go and just sit down and have someone sort of pamper me before the fun starts. So
Fun times.
And you're dirty.
I know you do smell that.
and stinky.
But we all are backstage. Just saying.
Yes.
My husband says
Smelling
the
like woman.
well, it smells like gym socks. That's what I hear. The tanner.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of gym socks are those people sniffing? Because I've smelled gym socks and I'd rather deal with Tanner all day
That's what tanner
long.
smells like. What do you think?
I wouldn't have said gym socks,
I think it's
but there's no doubt that that there's a stench backstage.
like it's a chemical. It's like weird. It's like a weird chemical process. The first time I had it, because not really being a tanning aficionado, I I remember going, it smells like my skin is chemically altering.
Oh, it really
Like-
is. It is though.
And some of them, I mean, I've had to try a few different types of tan as well, because I've turned green with some of them as well. So, you know, it's been a little bit of
Oh,
trial
that's
and
a
error
nightmare.
over the years for me. So.
Well, for me, when I started, I used to do 3 days before 2 coats a day of pro-tan. So I had to walk around for 3 days beforehand. Well, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then Saturday was the show. So I'd have to ask a friend or somebody to literally, it's a paintbrush. You pour the product in a bowl, and you have a sponge brush, and you're literally like a canvas, and you're standing there twice a day. And so when I first found out that there was such thing as a spray tan, I'm like, this is so easy.
Oh yeah.
This is like a no-brainer to compete.
I had to do touch-ups at Worlds because I'm incredibly connected to my brand. Like, you know how you get your brand, you're like, nothing else is gonna work, but nobody was spraying with it. So I had I had to do my touch-ups, and my parents were at the show, so I had my mom come in and help me do tan touch-ups.
Well, because you trust her, right? You don't want anyone to mess it up.
She'd never done it before. She's like, it smells in here. She's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I need you to kind of just go down the butt cheek.
It's true. I mean, your modesty goes right out the window.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
My mom's British, so yeah, poor thing.
At least it was your mom.
Yeah.
Oh, I've asked girlfriends to do all sorts of strange things because I've prepped for a show. Yeah.
What was the strangest thing a girlfriend has done?
It involved a razor. I won't go into it.
Oh, you know what? That's nice. That's a good friend.
That's friendship.
That's a really good friend.
Wow. For my second show, my best friend and I built a sprayer for the, we went to go get one of those poison things for the yard out of Home Depot, and then we poured the liquid into it, and then we kind of jimmied it in my basement, and we chunk, and then we sprayed with the poison thing. And my best friend had to like go in there, and she's like, you know, I love you. She's like, let's go.
Nothing to, okay, Kelly, here's a really good tip for Worlds. So you bring your food and there's no place to really heat it. So Fleur has this I was all upset. So Fleur had this great suggestion that Do you remember with the iron?
Oh yeah, yeah, because of college. Cook things with the iron, man.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, no, it works perfectly. You just
I wish everybody could have seen Kelly's face at this moment.
They will, because we're actually taping it. As long as the camera's still running.
Fleur, tell them about the tell them about the iron.
The iron.
Your tip.
Yeah, basically, you can do anything with an iron. If you have a heat source, you can cook. So, take something like a t-shirt and just kind of like put it down on a nice flat surface, and then put whatever you need in between the shirt things, and then put the iron on top of it, and it protects the iron so that you don't get in trouble at the hotel. And just give it a good heat, maybe a couple steams, put a little moisture back into it, and then just, you're good to go.
Isn't that brilliant?
That is good. 45 seconds, and you've got, you know, you can make grilled cheese, you could do grilled chicken, you're straight. It's good. It works. Slice up a potato, grill it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I read
so
that you didn't like your you're eating cold food at all. So
I'm definitely not, but I found some great rubs. That
Wow, that chuckle.
Oh my God,
That
Fleur.
chuckle's full
Come
of
on.
quotation marks.
But anyways, we do have to take a break. We'll get into that, and we're also going to get into some questions that your fans have after the break.
Okay,
So
great.
thank you for listening. So I have to
Now, like
this.
on my grilled chicken, I like those lines that go across, not little round dots.
Just turn it on the side. That's all you gotta do. Just put the edge of the iron on it.